Okay guys, today I thought I would do my Halloween costume makeup for you. I don't have my actual costume together yet. It's gonna be very close to the wire to get the outfit together, but I thought I would do the makeup for you so you could see, you know, at least the concept of what I'm gonna be. It's Akasha from the Vampire Chronicles, or Queen of the Damned. So if you wanna see how I did it, just keep on watching. So I've primed my eyelid, and also I've taken a little bit of concealer and foundation over it. Then I took vanilla eyeshadow, which is basically just a pretty much almost white eyeshadow. And I took it under the brow and then all the way down to the crease in the eye. I'm also just going to take a little bit under the lower lashes as well. Okay, once I've done that, I'm going to take a little bit of Omega eyeshadow. You can use anything that you want, anything at all. I'm just using this one because it's a little bit cooler, so it's going to not give any like real life and warmth to the skin. I mean, if I were to imagine ripping off my flesh and looking at my skull, where would the eye socket be? That's sort of where you want to hit. It's like right on that bone. So, you know, like you can feel around in there, or you can just sort of like tip your head back and relax a little bit and try to see where that bone is. And that's where you're going to place the color. You really don't want to put it in the fold of your eye, unless that happens to be where your eye shape falls. I'm just going to focus on getting this shape in, and then I'm going to take it right up to the brow bone and sort of bring it around onto the nasal bone right here. Okay, so now you want to sort of look at the other eye that you've done and just make sure that you're going symmetrically with that line. Just going to take a clean brush. I'm just going to blend that out a little bit. On an angled brush, the tip of that, I'm just going to take a little bit of Brun. Just going to blend it out with that clean brush that we used earlier. Now I'm starting to extend that definition to the wing of the eye. Blend that out. At this point, you just keep going back and forth, blending between the Omega and the Brun, the darker and your lighter color, until you build up the intensity that you want. You can then go in and sort of really crisp out that line there with a darker eyeshadow. And then I'm just going to blend that out with a pencil brush. Next, on a synthetic flat brush, I'm going to take the color Bold Gold from Maybelline's Color Tattoo Eye Studio Paint Pot knockoff line. This thing. It's this color. Isn't it so pretty? Oh, yes. I'm just going to take that all over the lid, up to the crease. And then I'm also going to run it beneath the wing here. And it's going to be really hard to get these completely symmetrical, especially because no one's face is really totally symmetrical. So don't freak out if it's not. I mean, if you look ahead and you can see differences, go ahead and fix it. But after all, it's Halloween, so don't stress. I'm going to line my waterline using Feline Kohl Power Pencil. So I just put the feline in my waterline to about right where my tear duct starts. You can take it all the way across if that flatters your eye shape, but for me it really doesn't, so I sort of take it a little bit lower and then put a little bit of highlighter in there to make the eye appear a little more almond shaped. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to smudge it out, but sort of keep it low underneath the tear duct and leave a little space. And then you're going to take a black eyeshadow and smudge over that. I'm using a flat liner brush. And then I'm just gonna press that same eyeshadow onto my upper lash line. Okay, then on this sort of flat, short, tiny shader brush, I'm going to take a little bit of Brun and Omega and mix them together. And then I'm going to blend out this bottom lash line by sort of placing it and then pulling it down. Okay, let me check myself out. I'm getting up here, I'm getting close. I'm examining this way too much. Please don't do this to yourself. Okay, that was like an intense 5 minutes of trying to make stuff symmetrical. I still feel like it might be off balance. I don't know. Once you've gotten that as symmetrical as your sanity will allow you to do, I'm just going to take sort of a golden iridescent pigment on a small tiny shader brush and trace it on the inside of the tear duct and then bring it onto the lid a little bit as well. Okay, so that's the eyes done. Just need some mascara and false lashes. I don't know if this is the correct name for them. They look like number 7s from MAC. I'm just going to run a little bit of black liquid liner over the band. The next thing would just be some contouring. I'm just going to use Omega. I'm sort of tapping it on instead of blending too much. I'm just trying to be careful that I don't really remove the layers of white makeup that I have on my face. And then I'm just going to go over that with a little bit of Studio Fix powder. This is NC15. Now for highlights. I'm going to use Universal Mix. The skin is supposed to be ethereal and glowing, but also dead. So the skin is living yet dead, undead, if you will. So I feel like, you know, having a really powdered, dead looking base with like some really gaunt contouring and then some really awesome lively highlights around the face achieves that sort of undead, kind of confusing complexion really well. For lips, I'll start with the Laura Mercier paint pot. It's not a paint pot, it is a lip stain in a pot. Okay, so you could totally leave it like this. Slap some fangs in. I only have one fang because I lost the other one and I don't know where it is. One fang. Stick some fangs in and you're good to go. But what I'm gonna do is paint like a little symbol on my head because I don't have a crown to wear. I'm just gonna take some of this paint pot and hopefully do this symmetrically. Okay, so now I'm going to bloody up my mouth. I'm using the Laura Mercier paint pot that I used earlier, the lip pot, whatever kind of pot this is. So this is a dark brown, this is the dried blood. Just a little dripping there. Oh. So fresh. This is bright blood. Somebody had an iron deficiency. Look at that. Oh. Oh, this fang is tragic. It has been through a lot. It's been through a lot, this fang. What I used to do a long time ago when I worked at a haunted house, instead of going through tons and tons and tons of fake blood, My friends and I discovered that if you took the Crystal Light packets, the cherry pomegranate ones, if you just like put a little bit in your mouth with some water and like spat it out, it was like the perfect blood. That's, you know, about the thickness right there. So I have mixed them up just for you. Cheers. Okay, so here's the result of the Crystal Light blood. It's very nice. It's been drying for a couple of minutes. You know, it's really light. It kind of bleeds out. It makes pretty patterns, and it's definitely gonna stain your skin for a little bit, but not more. I mean, if you scrub it, with soap and water, it'll come off, but it'll definitely be there for the rest of the night. Okay, so that's about it for the look. Okay, you guys have a safe and happy Halloween, and I will see you in my next video. Thanks for watching. Goodbye. Happy Halloween. Mwah. Don't do anything I wouldn't do. Ooh, did I mention I went to Disney World a couple of weeks ago with my boyfriend, who's so amazing, and took me to Disney World. And he bought me these little Disney ears. They glow in the dark. Aren't they so amazing? I shouldn't be so excited about this, but I am. I'm going like this. This is my costume. Akasha went to Disney World, killed everyone, and all she got was this skull apple Mickey Mouse ears. That's my costume. That's my costume for 2013. Okay guys, happy Halloween! Goodbye!